Nick, in a championship game like this, always good to get off to a quick start. How do you expect these two teams to approach this one here today?
Well, I mean, so far in their preliminary matchups and even in the semifinals, both teams putting up some big numbers offensively. We'll expect them to, like you said, get off to a quick start. Neither goalkeeper has really been challenged throughout their first 4 games of this week. We'll see how both goaltenders respond, but of course the defenses in front of them have been playing very well and not conceding a whole lot of chances against. But again, I'll expect to see some high-flying action this first couple of minutes. Both offenses trying to get established, again, putting up some big numbers through the first 4 matches.
We are just about set for kickoff here. Seems to be a little bit of a delay with the officials. From our vantage point up high here at Toyota Stadium, not entirely sure exactly what the holdup is.
And we couldn't ask for better weather to get this first match started. It's perfect outside. Crowd continuing to file in. Should be a very fun match this morning.
So it looks like we might finally just about be set to go. We will do our best again to keep you across these lineups as we kick off here. The start of the 45th Dallas Cup Championship weekend presented by Coca-Cola, and we are underway between FC Dallas and Solar here in the girls under 15 championship. And that one skews out of play immediately and gives a chance for Solar to come forward here in the early goings. Throw-in going to be taken by April Lopez down there. But it's going to roll all the way behind. And for a corner, in fact. I was expecting the goal kick to be awarded, but the referee actually ends up pointing for a corner. So a chance for Solar here to put some pressure on early on.
Yeah, early on, just a couple of unforced miscues from FC Dallas, resulting in a opportunity for Solar to get started. And we'll see how the goaltender and the defense plays in front. But Lola Iris Ta should be interesting to see how this corner goes.
So Buendia, it looks like, is going to take this one. She's going to take this left-footed. Swings it towards the near post. The heads go up, and that was a real chance, and it's hacked clear. Really nicely defended in the end by Gray Rideau there, number 24. And it ends up in a goal kick. But, Nick, that was a scary start for FC Dallas, and Solar with some positive momentum here in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, it was perfectly placed corner kick right there. And like you said, that was Gray Rideau, the perfect positioning, able to get that out of harm's way for the moment.
Certainly a positive start if you're Solar. Obviously, FC Dallas, effectively the host institution here for this Dallas Cup. And certainly a powerful lineup, as Nick alluded to earlier on. 15 goals scored and none conceded so far in 4 games. But Solar on the front foot early. Marielle Martinez trying to connect a pass there, but unable to do so, and that's well picked off. And here, down on this near side, that was Leila Iglesias playing some nice passes with Sophia Preston. Rideau able to send it back to Tar. She swings it out the other side, where FC Dallas will try and build through that middle partnership. Caitlin Demore with some great hold-up play and turns, moving it on, looking again for Preston, but well cut out by the Solar defense. And they come the other way on the far side. Angelica Romero trying to get involved. Bain can't get there. And it's brought away by Morrow. Iglesias trying to slide one through. That's brilliant play. Caitlin Demore's in on goal. Real chance for FC Dallas, and Caitlin Demore gives FC Dallas the lead. Just a tad over 3 minutes played here. And really their first attack But FC Dallas find the breakthrough, and it's their captain, Caitlin Demore, with a wonderful finish.
That's a perfect feed, perfect setup from Layla Iglesias to spring forward. Caitlin Demore, like you said, the captain, and perfectly placed just past the keeper. But again, that all set up because Layla Iglesias is able to take a couple of those defenders, draw them in, the perfect outlet pass, and Demore makes no mistake.
Not much that Gracie Wright could do there to keep that one out of the back of the net. Caitlin Demore with a wonderful curled finish. And as good as the start for Solar was, it's now an uphill climb as FC Dallas continue their dominance so far in this tournament. And they will have to find a way to do something that no one has been able to do in just about 4 games so far and score against this FC Dallas back line and Lola Iris Tarr in goal. Can't say enough about the wonderful play of Layla Iglesias in the lead up to that goal, the turn and the through ball, but also give a ton of credit to Brielle Morrow, who was instrumental in winning the ball back, driving forward, and eventually leading to that Caitlin Demore goal and the fast start for this FC Dallas under 15 ECNL group. Coming the other way though, Emerson Bain certainly getting stuck in early on. That goes all the way back to Buendia. Bouncing around in the middle, and here's a chance potentially for Kalani Brundage to put a ball into the box, and there's a good piece of hold-up play. Running through was Melanie Ramirez, but it just skewed off her chest and behind for a goal kick. But a good response from Solar here, Nick, trying to find a way back and get that goal back immediately. Yeah,
again, right there is Kiela Brundridge, had the kind of nice up and over outlet pass, trying to get something going just out of the reach of Melanie Ramirez. But so far, notice for FC Dallas, the defense.
Here's a turnover as Brundage takes a shot and it flashes high and wide. But again, certainly a positive step from Solar there, trying to test the keeper early and often. They're not going to let Lola Iris Tarr have an easy day in that net.
Yeah, aside from the one quick up and the eventual goal from FC Dallas, it's been Solar really dictating pace of play so far.
Driving in here. Again, that's Ramirez. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass from Martinez. Bain was circling. Stepping in is Lopez. Just hacked away, and give credit to FC Dallas defending well. But again, I've been impressed by the start that Solar have made here. Even after conceding the goal, continue to remain on the front foot. Can definitely be a stressful start to a game when you concede a goal as early as they did, Nick. But Solar certainly seem to be able to keep their heads here in the early goings. Coming the other way, though, FC Dallas trying to launch a counter-attack. It was great play by Brinley Ward, and that leads to this breakaway by Bridget Gooch, trying to take her on down the outside, and Gooch does well, driving towards the byline, cuts it towards the near post, but credit goes there, to Abigail Buendia, who cut that out really nicely. Grace Wetzel with a drive, and that ends up in the gloves of Gracie Wright, who, again, I don't think could have done a whole lot about the opening goal. Demore with such a good turn and finish when she got the chance. That's Wetzel again holding off Bain. Driving through the middle is Brinley Ward. Oh, Demore was circling, and if she slipped it to her right, Bridget Gooch may have been in. Tough break there for FC Dallas as they were looking to try and double this lead. Still very early in this game.
And again, so far, just a few chances for FC Dallas. They're really showing their speed. The attackers really showing their speed, where Solar kind of more established, consistent offensive pressure for FC Dallas so far. It's been a couple of quick rushes.
Sockwell started that move, but it breaks down, and coming the other way for Solar, being led by April Lopez. Throw in on this near side. Looks like Brundage, who actually trots behind the benches to retrieve the ball and get us back underway. Brundage will take this throw in. Looking down the line towards Lopez. That's cut out and nicely played by Preston and Iglesias. Demore came over to try and get involved, but was unable to keep it in. And it's another throw-in for Solar here. Lopez to Bain, who flicks it on. Bain does well to bring it down, but that's great body control there by Wetzel, who gets it away, and FC Dallas can counter quickly if they play it right. Ward with a sensible pass over to Sockwell. Still building, but that's a turnover, and here comes Solar into the attacking third, immediately looking for a quick pass into Brundage. It was a nice idea, and if she got a touch there, she might have had a chance to shoot on goal, but it just evaded her and rolls behind for a goal kick.
You got to think Solar SC, they're feeling really confident getting some of these chances in on FC Dallas, of course, down 1-0, but able to get a couple of really good looks, forcing some turnovers as well, and some blunders from FC Dallas early on. Solar starting to get a couple of chances in.
Here is Preston driving through that midfield, trying to step away from the attentions of Martinez. But across came Buendia, who's been everywhere defensively for Solar in the early goings. Preston holds on to it, and Buendia's there again. Chops it forward to the halfway line. Miller with a good defensive involvement. And it falls to the feet of Gooch. Plays it back to Miller. Little nutmeg attempt there, but goes awry, and Romero sends it forward and actually wins a free kick. She was fouled as that one got away, and Solar will be able to send their numbers forward and reset here for an attempted attack on the FC Dallas goal.
Well, again, just about 10 minutes in, and for the most part, it's been Solar controlling pace of play. Couple of quick breaks for FC Dallas. Of course, the goal from Demore, but Solar off to a quick start, getting a couple of looks in. Again, this has been a back line for FC Dallas. Has not allowed a whole lot of chances on their goal keep, but early on, Solar getting some good looks.
Certainly an interesting kind of juxtaposition that Solar have had a lot of the play, but FC Dallas, the team who have made the breakthrough in the early goings. Morrow and Iglesias again on this near side as you look at it have been dangerous, but Bain intercepts. Looking forward for Brundage, but couldn't get there, and that's well hacked away by Rideau.
And Rideau was the one who had that defensive stand in the very first minutes of the game where Solar had the corner kick perfectly placed right in the middle, and then Rideau able to get in the lane and clear that.
Bain, lovely control and knocks it down the line, but Rideau will just be able to get her body there and shepherd it out for a goal kick. But Emerson Bain has certainly been everywhere so far in the early goings for this Solar team. Goal kick taken by Tar. That's Sockwell bringing it away. Miller able to get there. Romero, though, is fouled again, it looks like, and indeed it is. Romero's certainly been a threat from that kind of left inside forward position in the early goings. Angelica Romero testing the aforementioned Addison Miller. This looks like Buendia's going to take this free kick right-footed. Abigail Buendia actually plays it short with her left, fools me to Liang and gets it back. Approaching the penalty area, swings it across. Header at the back post was just too high for Brundage. Lovely piece of play and a nice free kick routine there from Solar, creating almost a goal-scoring opportunity.
That's a nice set going, drawing the attention over to that far side and then trying to cut back across, and the opportunity for Brundage just not able to get a piece of it. But like you said, very good setup, going short, drawing the attention over to that far side and trying to go back to the near side part of the goal.
Solar continuing to apply much of the early pressure in this first half. We are just 13 minutes in. FC Dallas lead 1-0. Sophia Preston again with lovely feet in the midfield. She has been a highlight so far in that midfield position. Buendia knocks it back to the goalkeeper right, who sprays it out to her left. Looking for Romero, was Liang, but they did not connect. Rideau steps in, is only able to find Lopez going the other way. She now can't find Brundage, and FC Dallas will look to counter. Iglesias with space in the midfield has Gooch to her right and plays a lovely through ball that was well cut out there by Gibson as Solar continued to repel FC Dallas's advances. Sockwell only finds Bain, and the turnover leads to a chance for Romero to run again. But that's a good tackle this time by Addison Miller, stopping any progress from that Solar team down the far side.
Yeah, now we're starting to see Solar use a little bit of their speed. Of course, early on we saw some speed showcase from FC Dallas, but a couple of chances over on that far flank. Opportunity now for Solar, who again have been creating a lot of opportunities over on that far side.
This is very much a premier clash in the Dallas Cup Girls Invitational since its inception in 2021. 11 boot and ball championship trophies won between these two clubs. Must say it's 8 for Solar and 3 for FC Dallas. I know the organizers here at the Dallas Cup are happy with the improvements and the continued growth of the girls competition, and certainly continuing to try and foster the growth of the Girls Invitational here at the Dallas Cup. And these two clubs, great local representatives of the talent in this Texas state. And that's one in behind. Brundage trying to chase it. Ball just evaded Morrow, but Tar was quick to the threat off her line and able to take it away. Again, this is the 45th anniversary of Dallas Cup presented by Coca-Cola. 14 minutes in, Morrow looking for Iglesias, but Buendia gets there first. Preston steps in nicely, and that's great actual defending in the end there. Good step across by Lopez, and Preston has no choice but to go through the back of her and commit the foul. Head coaches Matthew Grubb and Michelle Angeloni down below us on the touchline. And Angeloni must be happy with the start her team has made, despite the deficit that they find themselves in. Emerson Bain with that shot, more of a daisy cutter than anything, didn't quite get the power she wanted on it. But it must be said again, from that kind of central midfield, attacking midfield role, Emerson Bain has been very influential in this first quarter of an hour. Thrown on the far side for FC Dallas. Miller was looking for Demore, couldn't find her. Rideau lets that one bounce. Shouts of no from down below us, and with the dangerous, Melanie Ramirez lurking, you can understand why. That one is overhit, and Brielle Morrow can't quite control it, and Solar continuing to have a lot of the early pressure here.
Again, that's just another unforced error from FC Dallas, resulting in continued possession for Solar, who've been taking advantage of those miscues and getting some good looks in on top.
Bain swings in a dangerous cross, and that's really well handled by Tar. The ball bounced just in front of her. We know how difficult that is for a goalkeeper when the ball bounces right in front of you. Buendia couldn't get there, and instead it was poked away by Martinez. It will be a Solar throw-in down below us to be taken by April Lopez. Throw-in goes short. Put forward and good hold-up play there by Ramirez, and she's unlucky not to be able to find one of her teammates. The ball skews out left, and Liang gets there first, but can only turn it out of play. 17 minutes here played, almost 18, in this girls under 15 championship game at the 2024 Dallas Cup. That ricochet falls for Brundage, drags it back nicely onto her left foot, and looks for Bain, again threatening with those runs from deep through the middle. But Iglesias steps in, and this led to the first goal. Iglesias has Gooch streaking to her right, but has gone to the left for Demore. I think Gooch was the right option there, and certainly down below me, Coach Matthew Grubb maybe making that same point. I think Gooch had a free run at goal if the ball went the other direction there.
Yeah, Damore trying to turn back around to get in position to receive that pass, but not able. But, yeah, you had Gooch coming over to that far side, had a clear lane early. Again, a couple of really good looks with the speed from FC Dallas, and that time trying to go back to Damore. Might have wanted to go to the other side, but now they will attack over to that far side.
Bridget Gooch, again, using her speed to get in behind. Faced up with Buendia. Very noticeable with that blue cast on her right arm. Miller, able to get there first, finds Gooch again. That one is cut out and will be a throw into FC Dallas. But, Nick, I think you make the right point. FC Dallas' major chances so far in this first almost 20 minutes at this point have really come from transition turnovers and a counter-attack. The option to play quickly, they have speed, and certainly we've already seen how deadly of a finisher Caitlin Damore can be. But they have a set-piece opportunity now. And this one will be taken over on that far side by Brinley Ward. Or in fact, as soon as I say that, Brinley decides she's not going to take it. And Caitlin Damore trots over to take it there too. Swung in. It falls for Rideau, and she returns it to Damore. Damore in some space, on her right foot, tries to cut it back. Chance here for Gooch, and it's blocked away. Great defending by Liang to be in the right place at the right time. Still bouncing around the penalty area, and eventually hacked away, I believe, by Martinez. And FC Dallas starting to build some pressure there, Nick, following that corner.
Yeah, wasting no time getting the ball back in play. They sense a little bit of momentum trying to get something going right in front.
Damore not able to control that one, and it does go behind, which will give some respite for this Solar team, who, again, have been very, very impressive in this opening quarter of the game, if you like. 40-minute halves at this under-15 level. And after 20 minutes, still FC Dallas with that lead given to them by their captain, Caitlin Damore, inside the first 4 minutes of action. But Solar have certainly been worthy opponents at this point. Emerson Bain, lovely turn in the middle, continues to cause them problems, but eventually crowded out by Ward and Wetzel. Ward makes another run, but Buendia is able to get there. Oh, bit of a miss kick. And chance here, Damore's in behind again. Caitlin Damore cuts it across. Shot comes in, it's blocked for Damore again. Still there with Gooch. She tried the pass when perhaps the shot was the better option. And fortunately for Solar, Martinez was able to turn it away. Caitlin Damore continuing to cause issues for this Solar backline. Preston with a nice touch. That one does evade Damore, and Bain can settle it down and try and set Solar on the counter-attack. She looked for Brundage, but that was well cut out by Morrow. Wetzel settles it down and finds Sockwell. Into Gooch. Romero pressuring Miller. And that one down the line gives Preston something to chase, but it's nice covering defending over there. That was Devin Gee, who's able to cut it out. Number 17 on her back. That one's into the chest of Damore. Matched up with Gibson, and Gibson able to repel the advances. Well done there by Alyssa Gibson, and actually manages to win the throw-in. Great play from Alyssa Gibson.
That's the first time so far during this match we've seen the FC Dallas squad actually get some sustained offensive pressure. But so far it's been pretty solid by the Solar back line. Bending but not breaking. A little bit ago you had Caitlin Damore, prime scoring opportunity. Her shot was blocked by Abigail Buendia, who was able to block the shot and then eventually got some help from her teammates to get it out toward midfield.
Good pressure by Gooch, almost leads to a turnover, and indeed it does. Gooch trying to slide it through for Damore, and it was almost perfect. What a great look that was from Bridget Gooch, and Caitlin Damore lurking, trying to find her second of the game, but the angle's just a tiny bit askew there. Bain is knocked over by Iglesias, but Bain comes away with it. Chance to play it in behind for Brundage. Sola's first foray forward in a few minutes. Brundage with a cross, but it goes straight down the throat of Lola Iris Tarr, who's just able to grab that one and quickly release it going the other way to Kinley Sockwell. A good break from Sola, but not able to create a real chance on goal. Gibson took a hit there, I think, as she cleared that one out of play. Nothing untoward, I don't think, from Gooch, but certainly some contact. I think it's been a physical but fair game so far. Both teams certainly getting stuck in, but playing some nice football at the same time. That one, though, on the far side, evades Gooch's touch, and instead Sola try and bring it forward. Lovely hold-up play by Ramirez. That one's hacked over in the direction of Ward. Guy wins a header. Oh, and Miller's missed the bounce. Romero chasing through, but again, give a ton of credit to Tarr. On her toes, off her line quickly, and sweeping that up just to make sure no damage was done. Ball ricocheted off Preston. And Morrow able to get there. Oh, Romero nearly had a chance to get in behind there. Liang looks to have committed a foul, and indeed she did, against Gooch. Not entirely sure what caused the error, shall we say, from Sockwell. It was a real chance there for a second for Angelica Romero, who was lurking, but not able to find another chance on goal. And I think it's fair to say, Nick, that Sola, we've said, have had a lot of possession and a lot of pressure, but they haven't really truly tested Lola Iris Tarr yet, or forced her to make a save of note.
Yeah, not a whole lot of quality scoring chances. They had the one corner again early on, never got to the goal, but that breakdown just a moment ago, perhaps their best chance since that corner attempt. But credit to Tarr, because she has been aggressive in coming out, cutting down a couple of those opportunities for Solar.
Gooch running down the right channel, and Gooch nearly picked it off the toes of Buendia. Eventually ends up with the ball. Miller and Romero renew hostilities. But here coming the other way is Ramirez, and that's a great ball in behind for Brundage. Tarr not able to come and claim it this time. Bain is breaking forward to try and get there at the back post. Brundage faced one-on-one with Morrow, skips past her into the box, but unfortunately for Sola, it's between two players. Romero gets there first, Miller with a nice tackle. Guy returns it, chance in the box here, but it just evaded Ramirez's first touch and will end up as a goal kick. But that was a really positive piece of play from this Sola ECNL team, nearly trying to find an opportunity to get that equalizer.
And that initial rush was a great defensively by Morrow positioning and not allowing anything from that near side. But yeah, one of the best chances so far for Solar, and it started with a little bit of their speed and the great outlet pass.
Kalani Brundage with the run in behind, certainly creating the opportunity, but I have to cut myself off as coming the other way is Leila Iglesias. She plays a good ball, just slightly too much on it for Sophia Preston, who is forced wide. Still a chance there, looking to get this cross in on her left foot towards the near post, and it's spilled initially. Gracie Wright gets away with that one slightly, the ball just flicking through her gloves. I wonder with the morning dew maybe on the pitch, just making the ball a little bit slippery, but Wright able to get there on the second attempt. Morrow driving forward down this left-hand side, puts a little bit too much on that, and a combination of Bain and Lopez take it away for Sola. Bain again driving one forward. They certainly seem to want to test the pace of Rideau and Sockwell in behind, but there's too much on that one, even for Melanie Ramirez to chase down, and it will be another goal kick for FC Dallas.
Yeah, Solar, they started out the match with kind of precision marching down the field, not trying to use those long outlet passes, but like you said, last couple of minutes trying to really test the endurance of that back line, and result in an opportunity just a few moments ago.
Preston can't get there. Lopez does. That looked like a foul from behind, and indeed it was. Not sure there was a whole lot of deliberate attention from Brielle Morrow, but there definitely was a trip on April Lopez, and another free kick will be awarded to Sola. Chance to load the box again. Abigail Buendia into the middle, plays it short, and now it's hooked forward. Bain is bouncing around there trying to get it, but it's just hacked away quickly, and Gooch is going to chase that one down. Brindley Ward tried to start the counter-attack quickly, and that pass from Gibson to Liang goes astray. And FC Dallas will retake control with the throw-in on the far side with Addison Miller. Demore, just a very classy player so far, but goes astray with that pass. Brundage trying to put some pressure on and does win it, but Iglesias and Morrow take it back. Preston into the middle, but Guy is there to take it away. That's Ramirez looking for Romero. And goes out on the far side. The combination of Romero and Ramirez up front certainly causing some problems for the FC Dallas backline, but here they come on the attack again. Demore not able to beat Buendia to it, but Buendia gave it to Gooch and then got it back. Romero gets a shove in the back from Miller. Nothing given by the referee. Preston skips away from Martinez. Preston looking to feed it through, and that's a really nice piece of defending in the end there by Buendia. Helped by Lopez as Brindley Ward was breaking towards goal and trying to threaten once more.
Abigail Buendia, she's had her hands full early on, but she's been up to the task time and time again. Like you said, just nice piece of defending to be able to cut down that angle and let her goalkeeper cut off that pass.
Bain for Lopez. Great hold-up play once more by Ramirez, who's done really well with balls into her chest and holding it up, but unable to hold off the pressure that time. Sometimes FC Dallas maybe just hurrying a little bit too much in attack, going forward a little bit too quickly, and a turnover ensuing, but they get it back with a throw-in on the far side as we tick into the final 10 minutes of first half action here at Toyota Stadium in Frisco. You are watching the girls under 15 final, the championship game at the 45th Dallas Cup, presented by Coca-Cola. And that's going to be a free kick here for this FC Dallas ECNL team, who, as we alluded to earlier, have scored 19 goals in 4 games so far and have the lead here with their 20th of this tournament, scored by Caitlin Demore.
Not only are they putting up a lot of goals, but they haven't surrendered a goal yet. And we can start to see why. There have been a couple of chances on top, but that back line just so solid in front of her.
Free kick is going to be taken and swung in right-footed. 4 FC Dallas players in the box looking for it. It's in towards Demore. It'll fall for Gooch. Turned away. Shot comes in, and it's just wide. FC Dallas continuing to pile on the pressure. Not quite able to test right with that effort.
And they've been close on a few of these, and that time again drawing the attention into Caitlin Demore, who got the first goal and a nice touch pass. And Bridget Gooch, she's been all over the place offensively. And that pass just out of reach, but you like that set piece, drawing the attention to Demore and then trying to get back to the middle of the pitch with Bridget Gooch.
Was trying to figure out exactly who had that shot. We are a little bit far away from the pitch here at Toyota Stadium. Sometimes the numbers a little bit hard to read. I believe it was Wetzel with that attempt, but no harm done either way. And Sola coming forward now. We know exactly who that is, with Ramirez again showing her hold-up play. Brundage down the line. Can she spin Morrow and get there? It looks like she will. Brundage on her right foot takes a deflection, and unfortunately for Sola, it loops straight into the gloves of Lola Iris Tarr. But again, Kalani Brundage really showing some threat down this right-hand side for Sola every time she gets a chance to run at Brielle Morrow, who, give her credit, stuck to her task and was able to divert the cross back to her goalkeeper.
That's the second time so far in this first half that Morrow has been able to shut down that attempt with some speed over on that near side.
Iglesias into Preston, but it evades her, and Guy just overruns it. Wetzel steps in nicely. This midfield battle telling the story of this game right now. Sola definitely having the better of the early goings, despite FC Dallas scoring with pretty much their first attack. But in the last 10 or 15 minutes, this has settled into a pretty back and forth game, with two sets of talented midfielders dueling it out for supremacy in the middle of the park. G flicks it outside, and that's a nice spin by Romero, trying to get away from Miller, and she's fouled, and we might see a card here, I think. Certainly going to be a talking to. It's maybe the second or third foul, and indeed we do get our first yellow card of the day. Addison Miller receives that for FC Dallas. And I think it's hard to argue with that one. Romero had maybe taken a bad touch in the first place, but as Angelica Romero spun away from Addison Miller, she took her down, and it's probably the third foul by Miller on Romero, so not a surprise to see the yellow card issued. In towards Bain. Guy hacks at it, and that one is hooked forward and going to be a test, and what a save that is in the end. Lola Iris Tarr having to stay attentive as the long-range drive from Alyssa Gibson almost caught her out.
Again, we talked about that. None of the chances thus far for Solar really tested Ta, and that one a little bit deceiving. Looked like it was going to sail over, but credit to Ta, where, again, she stayed with it and last second able to go airborne and just get enough to punch it over the goal.
It dipped at the last second from Gibson, a long-range drive, and she's actually staying back for this corner now. This is fascinating. We've seen Buendia take some free kicks right-footed, and now she's taking corner kicks left-footed. Swings that one into the near post. Bain attacking it, and what a great defensive header that was by Iglesias to get there ahead of Bain, who was circling, looking to cause some trouble. Martinez and Ward battling in a battle of the number 9s, and Ward brings it away. Nice dummy by the referee there to give him some credit, and Sophia Preston brings it to the far side. Iglesias looking to get in there behind Lopez. Lopez with a hack, and I thought that might have been a foul. Nothing doing, and FC Dallas will take the throw-in with Brielle Morrow. Iglesias' first touch finds Morrow again on her left. Brundage doing her defensive duty, sticking with Morrow. Leila Iglesias again. That one deflects off Martinez. Can Lopez get there first? She cannot. It's good play again from Gooch, who's been pacey and dangerous all of this first half. Ward, nice step over and turn to create some space. Finds Preston. Gooch was making a run again in that far channel, but instead it goes to Iglesias on this near side. Iglesias to her right foot. It's swung in, it's touched on. Is that onside? It's put into the net. The flag stays down, and it's 2-0 to FC Dallas. And I think it was Caitlin Demore again. It is. And all the hard work for Solar is undone by a pretty unlucky ricochet. Caitlin Demore takes the plaudits, and with just a couple of minutes to play until the break, it's FC Dallas 2, Solar 0.
And you started to feel that, right, over the last 5-10 minutes where, again, it's been back and forth, but for FC Dallas, they were starting to get more established offensively. And like you said, bad ricochet for Solar. And FC Dallas, Caitlin Demore taking advantage, staying with it, and getting an easy goal. They had a 2-on-0 on the goal keep, making no mistake with a 2-0 lead now just before the break.
We're going to confirm that for you in just 1 second. I believe it was Caitlin Demore who put the ball in the back of the net. We're going to confirm that for you as soon as possible. Give Leila Iglesias a ton of credit, but give Demore all the credit for the goal, for being on the spot. Gibson with another drive on goal. Long range, and Gibson clearly feeling it, trying to find a way for Solar to get back into this. And must be said, Nick, I think you're right. You know, the tide had turned a bit, FC Dallas finding their feet, but I do certainly think it is a tad harsh on Solar based on the balance of play to find themselves 2-0 down here, but that's the nature of this game sometimes. FC Dallas have been clinical. Gooch trying to play it in behind for Iglesias. Can she get there first? It's 3. Oh, it's not. The flag is up on the far side. And this time, the offside flag will deny FC Dallas. That was a fantastic piece of play. Leila Iglesias with a great run in behind and finish. But fortunately, this time for Solar, the offside flag does go up and denies a 3-0 lead, which you might have think could have been fatal for Solar's chances here in this under-15 championship game.
And again, it looked like on the second goal, the flag could have gone up. It stayed down this time. You feel for Iglesias, who's had a very solid opening half, looking to get a goal, but coming back just offside. And yeah, for Solar, again, it's been back and forth. Both teams have had their chances. A little tough to be down 2-0. But they get a break right there, trying to get something quickly as they've had a couple of good looks. And now, again, a couple of those long-range shots starting to test Ta, see if that gets a little bit of confidence going for Solar.
Again, you can definitely see that when the play breaks down and transition opportunities present themselves, FC Dallas are so quick to counter, and they have pace in pretty much all of those front four positions with a chance to play the ball in behind. Bain looking to win a corner there. Rideau is called off with a nice dummy. And again, give a ton of credit. Lola Iris Tarr has been everywhere when she's needed to be. She's made that good save from Gibson. She's been off her line with real impetus, sweeping up behind this FC Dallas defense that, again, as we've said already, is yet to concede a goal in this tournament. Iglesias, though, gives it away. Chance here. Romero trying to find room for the shot on her right foot. Miller, though, with a good clean tackle this time. And Brindley Ward looks to bring it away. Iglesias steps away from Bain, but is clattered by Brundage. No foul given. Morrow playing a 1-2, but just out of reach there between, I think it was Preston. Indeed, Preston and Morrow unable to connect. Throw-in will be taken down below us by Liang. Should say in the aftermath of that goal, there was a substitution made by Sola, trying to get the exact number change. I believe it was Lopez who came out of the game. Bain trying to run around the outside of Wetzel, but that's really, really, really nice defending by Grace Wetzel, and that is going to do it. That's going to take us to the halftime break. FC Dallas with an early goal and a late goal in this first half, both scored by Caitlin Demore, and at halftime it's FC Dallas 2, Solar 0. We'll be back with you for halftime in a couple of minutes. Did you hear that? I didn't hear that.
So, again, we're coming back from break, going to the video, right? I think.
Okay. I might just run into it.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, I hear you now. Great. Welcome back here to the 45th anniversary of Dallas Cup. And that is presented by Coca-Cola and Puma and Tourism of Dallas and Puma. And of course, here at Toyota Stadium by Toyota. Callum Squires and Nick with you here right now. Nick, great half from FC Dallas's perspective. A quick start, Caitlin Demore with the first goal, and that led to the late one as well, and a 2-0 lead here at halftime.
They survived early on, Solar dictating play, not a whole lot of scoring chances, but then, like you said, they got some really great play from their captain, Caitlin Demore, using their speed to get the opening goal, and then that, latter half of that opening half, they did a great job of really dictating pace and play, ended up getting a second goal, almost made it 3-0 with that one coming back offsides, but really 2-0 was kind of evenly played in that first half, so we'll see how they respond. But I mean, now we can see why FC Dallas has not surrendered a goal, right, in their first 4 games. Top, very vocal back there with her back line. The communication's been really solid, shutting down any chance from up close, and the couple best scoring chances that Solar had in that first half was from far distance.
And as we are about 10 minutes left in our halftime break, Jake, what do we think, with referee Jake Joyce having given a yellow card to Addison Miller in that first half? Do you think that's something that FC Dallas might have to watch, Nick, as Solar try and maybe target her and find a way back into the game?
Perhaps, and, she was very physical there in that opening half and maybe got away with 1 or 2 more fouls in that first half. But I would expect, Solar just trying to get anything going, probably try and get under her skin a little bit more and, try and attack her a bit over on that far side. We'll see what they draw up there in that second half, but I would expect that to be part of their game plan. And it did look like, I know we were talking about right before the end of the half, that substitution. It was Ava Crabtree, number 5, coming in late for Solar. So just wanted to get that out there while we had a little bit of time during this halftime break.
So with Crabtree replacing Lopez, we believe definitely a shift for Solar. And we are going to step aside for another couple of minutes. Back with you for more from the 45th anniversary of the Dallas Cup, presented by Coca-Cola. 2-0 FC Dallas lead in the girls under 15 final. Thanks, fellas. Thank you. Thank you for getting the sub.
Yep.
And sorry, say your last name again.
Laupius.
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 Just like you like it. She said she wasn't hungry. She only wanted a bite. But this isn't just a patty melt. This is a Whataburger patty melt. The all-time favorite. With 2 all-beef patties, Monterey Jack, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. So 1 bite became 2. And 2 became mine. Just a bite, huh? Mark that one down as a lesson learned. The Whataburger patty melt. Just like you like it.
Tacos.
Can Billy come out to play? Yes!
The all-new Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese? It's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Here with you for this first day of championship weekend here at the 45th Dallas Cup, presented by Coca-Cola. And what a wonderful setting we have here at Toyota Stadium. Thank you for joining us wherever you are around the world watching this Dallas Cup competition. And Nick, we know how important this is for youth soccer in this area. What do you think the experience for these young women is today playing in, a stadium like this?
Well, I'll tell you, I don't think either team looked groggy from the 8 a.m. start. They were right at it from the get-go. But, yeah, and to be able to play in a facility like this, warming up on the auxiliary field, feel almost like a pro. So you get this opportunity, you get this exposure. So I think it's a lot of fun against the best competition in the United States. It's a lot of fun to see. Going back and forth, but I think they're just having a blast. And I think for Solar, again, a lot of great things they did in that first half. We'll see the adjustments they make, but I'm sure they're having a lot of fun out there. I know their family, friends, having fun out in the stands. But, and again, perfect weather for them. So everything going well for this group, but it's been a lot of fun this week. And, yeah, now to kick off the championship weekend, it's been a good start to this first game.
With FC Dallas on the road this weekend, taking on Austin FC tomorrow night down there at the Q2 in Austin. Big Texas rivalry in MLS. So thankfully we're able to be here at Toyota Stadium watching some great soccer this weekend. Obviously we're at halftime in the girls under 15 final right now, which will be followed logically by the under-16 final just after 10 a.m. Central Time, the under-17s final just after noon Central Time, and of course the under-19s final, which will feature the Australia girls team, which is very exciting for us to see an international team in that final. The under-19 final taking place just after 2 p.m. today, depending on the prompt conclusion of the other matches this afternoon. And this morning, as Nick has pointed out, with the early 8 a.m. start for this one. And at halftime, it is 2-0 in favor of FC Dallas. We're going to step aside one more time, and we'll be back with you for the second half here between FC Dallas and Solar. You're watching Dallas Cup on YouTube.
Can Billy come out to play? Yes! Woohoo!
The all-new Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
She said she wasn't hungry. She only wanted a bite. But this isn't just a patty melt. This is a Whataburger patty melt. The all-time favorite. With 2 all-beef patties, Monterey Jack, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. So 1 bite became 2. And 2 became mine. Just a bite, huh? Mark that one down as a lesson learned. The Whataburger patty melt. Just like you like it.
your dreams come true. But the best part of CC's is you, and you, and you. Me? Keep up, Doc. Dive right into my wondrous buffet. When it comes to pizza, you know that I slay. These desserts were made for stacking, like these games were made for whacking. Uh-oh, see ya! Reviews are in, the critics are raving, even the super specific pregnancy craving. So come feed the band and pull up a chair. CC's the best pizza value anywhere.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese? It's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Welcome back. Just wrapping up halftime here in the girls under 15 final. The first game of the day on the first day of championship weekend here at the 45th anniversary of Dallas Cup, presented by Coca-Cola. And that team you're looking at right now is a very happy FC Dallas girls team. ECNL FC Dallas leading by 2 here at halftime. Caitlin Demore, as you see on your screen, with both goals in the 4th and 37th minute. Early and late to swing the tide of this one in favor of FC Dallas. Give a ton of credit to the Solar team, who are back taking the field right now, as they certainly have contributed to a very good first half of action here. Great to have you with us. We are a few seconds away from the resumption of this game with the start of the second half. My name's Callum Squires. Alongside me is Nick Laupius. Nick, your thoughts really on how Solar can go about trying to get back into this against what we know is a staunch FC Dallas backline?
Yeah, the issue where they ran into a little bit of trouble in that first half was allowing FC Dallas to really showcase their speed. Once they got going downhill, it was advantage FC Dallas, where they were able to score a couple of different ways, of course. One kind of on the rush on a great pass to Caitlin Demore, and then the latter part of that first half, we're getting a lot of chances, a lot of sustained pressure. But for Solar, they started attacking a little bit with some speed, trying to go especially over on that near side, trying to get after a couple of those defenders. Addison Miller, who now has that yellow card, and Breely Morrow, who looked phenomenal in a couple of those quick rushes. But I think for Solar, got to try and beat FC Dallas using maybe a little bit of their own medicine, trying to use that speed and spread out that back line, get a couple of those chances in on Lola Iris-Ta, who has not been challenged a whole lot really throughout this entire week, but the best scoring chances in that first half for Solar were from distance, not a whole lot of quality looks in close, because that back line kind of suffocating, blocking a lot of those crosses and shot attempts.
Looks like some discussion down below us. There may be a change coming here for Solar. And it looks like number 21, Oluwase Ajakai, may be coming into the game for Solar. Actually might be looking at even a triple change. Also see Abigail Balios and Sophie Kajanu. Excuse me, not Sophie Kajanu. I thought 24 was the number. It looks like it's 34. Tatum Herrig.
They had the one substitution late in that first half with Ava Crabtree coming in. Each team, of course, allowed 6 substitutions throughout the match.
And FC Dallas looking like they might be making one as well. So for Solar, excuse me, so FC Dallas substitution is Maya Muniz in for Gooch, which is maybe a bit of a surprise. I thought Gooch had a very good first half. Liang is being replaced by the aforementioned Harrig. And as we said, Ajakai is in for Solar. We'll try and keep across exactly who has been replaced. I think Ramirez which again is a surprise. I thought she had a good first half with hold-up play, but we're back underway. Brundage, at least initially, has appeared to change sides. Quick turnover in the middle, though, and FC Dallas pouncing quickly. Shot driven straight into the gloves of Wright.
One of those
that was Ward who took that shot.
Sorry. One of those reoccurring themes from that first half. Again, the physicality and the battles there at midfield. And early on, just a few seconds into the second half, FC Dallas being a little more physical, resulting in that turnover and that chance from distance.
Again, we mentioned Balios, number 11 for Sola. She appears to have immediately gone straight through the middle. Romero has moved from the left wing into a more central position, and that's allowed Ajikai to start on that left-hand side for Sola at the start of this second half. A little bit of indecision there, but eventually Sola pick it up in the midfield. Martinez exchanging passes. Ball going forward in the direction of Romero, but nothing doing there. And indeed, Ava Crabtree not able to get there. She's going to have to chase back here. Ward running in behind. Buendia and Crabtree trying to pay close attention to her. Ward finds it back to Wetzel. Wetzel into the box. Can Iglesias lay it off? She can. Shot comes in. That was well blocked. Muniz trying to get her first attempt on goal. Goes back out to Iglesias, who was so involved in that second goal for FC Dallas. Onto her left foot. Feeds it into Damore. Damore spins. Chance for the shot. She crosses it. And there is the third goal. It's tapped home right on the doorstep by Brinley Ward. And early in the second half, FC Dallas ECNL repeat the trick from the first half. It's Caitlin Damore with the assist this time. And Brinley Ward makes it 3-0 to FC Dallas.
Oh, it's patience paying off this time for FC Dallas, working kind of around the perimeter from that far side, moving it over. Some beautiful passing. And, yeah, how about that cross? No mistake, a wide open net for Ward to make it 3-0. A very quick start in the second half to where, again, a little bit surprised when take out Bridget Gooch because she looked really solid in that first half. But, hey, coaches know what they're doing and results in a goal up 3-0 now.
And immediately, FC Dallas back on the attack. That definitely looked like a bit of a push in the back of Damore by Gibson, trying to find a way to defend her. Miller gets us back underway, playing with Iglesias, and now Miller is definitely fouled by Ajikai.
And we're seeing FC Dallas, really, they can attack you in multiple ways. They've used their speed, been able to cut through the middle on the flanks, and that time was kind of death by a thousand cuts, getting a couple of really quick passes around, breaking down that defense, and then resulting in that centering pass right to the middle. So they're able to find different ways to score.
Oh, flag goes up for offside there after a brilliant ball in from the third goal scorer, Brinley Ward. Damore was circling again. She's certainly not giving up the ghost on trying to find a hat-trick. That one goes forward. Iglesias pressuring Guy. And Brundage able to get there first. Here is Brundage driving forward. She was great in the first half, and she plays one down the line. But even the speedy Ajikai is not going to be able to get there with the pace on that one. Sola going to have to try some different things. We're going to get another substitution here for FC Dallas as number 8, Alison Gonzalez, is going to come in. She is going to replace, is that Ward?
Well, it looks like Sophia Preston, number 15.
She's going to replace Preston, who has been fantastic in the midfield, it must be said today. Preston comes out and is replaced by Gonzalez as head coach Matthew Grubb making some changes, shuffling his pack, keeping legs fresh, trying to make sure they maintain this 3-goal advantage. Buendia driving forward and takes a fairly ambitious shot from fully 30 yards. Does well to get it on target, but that's not going to threaten Lola Iris Tarr, who probably with 35 minutes here is now sniffing the possibility of going through this tournament without conceding a single goal and winning the girls U15 Dallas Cup, which would be a huge achievement. Oh, that one just evades Iglesias. Buendia plays it forward, but that's well cut out by Morrow. Iglesias was in a ton of space, but just too much on the pass. Brundage a little bit casual and allows Iglesias to come back in. And that will be a throw-in for FC Dallas down on this near side.
This all starts because of that play from Morrow, really pinching in, being aggressive, really showcasing her speed all throughout the pitch this morning. And that time able to move up, resulting in that chance for FC Dallas.
So Solar get us back underway. Gibson looking to spray it to the far side for Crabtree, but there's too much on the pass. And FC Dallas will take it back with the throw-in. Demore, great hold-up play. Gives it away, though. And Balios trying to bring Solar forward, but again, the defensive cover from FC Dallas is first class. I think that was Gonzalez's first real involvement. Sockwell in for Ward, but cleared away. There is Gonzalez. Ward and Muniz now with her in the midfield. Chance for that 1-2, but Wetzel not able to get there, just a little bit too much on the pass. Gibson takes it back, and Solar know that it's an uphill climb here, but they're certainly not going to give up the ghost with this championship on the line. Gray Rideau can just trot over there and retrieve this. Plays it around Romero, back to Tar in goal. Tar lays it simply to Sockwell. And that's Iglesias. Guy trying to pinch in there. But the ladies in red keep the ball. Iglesias goes all the way back to Tar again, and recycling of possession under pressure is very calm here from FC Dallas. Muniz to the far side for Morrow. That's a good step to retrieve it for Solar. That one's played quickly into the middle, and Romero was around it. Ajukai was circling, but nothing doing. And now Demore and Iglesias trying to counter at the other end. Brundage sweeps it away. Great turn by Ward. And Gonzalez has it picked off her by Guy. Martinez was there to help as well. That's Martinez dueling with Ward and winning the ball. Ajukai takes it off the toes of Iglesias. And Iglesias with a challenge from behind that draws the free kick from referee Jake Joyce. And we're going to have another change. FC Dallas bringing in Marley Kaipus. And she is going to replace Wetzel, who's been great. I mean, really haven't had any bad performers out there, but Wetzel, definitely someone who made an impact with the ball. But Marley Kaipus, wearing number 13 on her back, checks in now for FC Dallas. Bit of a tumble of bodies there as Gonzalez hits the deck. Gives a chance for Abigail Buendia to launch this one with her right foot. Certainly a talented player, taking set pieces with both feet. Towards the back post, Morrow, it bounces around, shot on goal, and a goal back. Is there hope for Solar? Abigail Balios, introduced at half-time, has found a goal back for Solar, and for the first time in this 2024 Girls Under 15 Dallas Cup, FC Dallas have conceded a goal, and it's a great finish in the end by Abigail Balios.
Right place, right time, as that ricochets off of, I believe, Morrow. And that's just good positioning. You got to be right there, and Balios able to put it home. Like you said, that's the first team able to get something past this FC Dallas goal keep. Now with a 2-goal disadvantage. Try and get something quickly, build on that momentum.
And all of a sudden, we are back to where we were at halftime. Now, sure, there's 10 minutes left to play, but at halftime, Solo are definitely saying, hey, we can get back in this down 2-0. They now have half an hour to do it as opposed to 40 minutes, but we've seen stranger things happen. And from 3-0 down, it's now 3-1, and this Solar Angeloni team will be hoping to try and find the next goal and really make FC Dallas sweat. Ajakai showing her enthusiasm there, but a little bit over the top and fouling Iglesias. That one goes into Gonzalez. Here is Brundage. Swings it towards the middle of the box where Rideau wins the header. That's touched on. Romero is circling, so is Ajakai, and it has to be hacked away by Sockwell. Iglesias, though, gets there first and nearly found Damore. Still a chance on the break here for FC Dallas if they play it right. Gonzalez can't get there before Buendia. Muniz does well to hold off the attentions of Martinez. Martinez still scrapping with her. Muniz forced back to Rideau. Sockwell is also there, and Lola Iris Tar will look to launch this one and does actually a really good job with that clearance. Didn't quite find the feet of Miller, but a really nice job to get that one away and out of danger. As Sola now certainly hoping to try and find a way back into this game.
Ta had Romero bearing down on her, trying to get that boot off, but like you said, able to do a good job on the clear.
Iglesias and Miller exchanging passes. Ward and Gonzalez trying to offer options in the middle. It does skip Ward, and Damore gives it back to her. Here is Iglesias. Looking for Ward, but Buendia is able to sweep that one away. Is that going to stay in play? It is, wow. And Ajakai has a real chance here to attack the box. Miller coming back at her. Ajakai in towards Romero. She gets it again. Miller is trying to pressure her away from goal, and that's well done in the end. Ajakai keeps it. That one's in towards the middle. It ricochets around. Romero trying to get there first. Sockwell holds her off, but Romero keeps it. Sola continuing to build and growing confidence here. Herrig. Back to Martinez. Good tackle by Gonzalez, but Martinez keeps the ball until Brinley Ward hacks it up towards Caitlin Damore. Gibson gets a toe in. And here's Iglesias. Gibson again. Great tackle on Ward there. But Nick, you know, we've seen a little bit of a change in the flow here. At 3-0, you think the game's over, and it could end up that way. But Sola, certainly to their credit, not giving up in any way, not folding, and still putting pressure on this FC Dallas team, thanks to Barrios' goal.
Yeah, you can sense the tide definitely turning, and like you said, the confidence building for Solar, getting some more sustained pressure and forcing that back line to stay pretty active. I mean, isn't it fitting, going back to that goal, I mean, isn't it fitting that it was all set up by Abigail Buendia, considering she's been all over the pitch this morning for Solar, and you know, fitting that she was the one who made the play to set up that first goal.
Jake Joyce being a stickler for the position of the the throw-in, excuse me. Maybe I should be a stickler for my choice of words and not criticize him. Anyway.
Still early in the morning. Still
yeah,
getting
we're
our
waking
bearings.
up. We're waking up. Romero trying to dribble past Rideau. What a recovery that is by Gray Rideau. Does a great job to win that ball back. Gibson there ahead of Damore. Turns away well. Gibson has certainly been impressive in defense as well. Barrios trying to win that one back. But FC Dallas can bring it away until they run into Crabtree. Guy gets there first, and it skews out to Martinez. Into the box towards Romero. Ajakai was interested too, but Miller will get there first, although it's going to be a goal kick. That's an interesting decision. I thought the choice there was either a foul by Ajakai or a corner, and the referees decided to give the goal kick. And Lola Iris Tar will be able to take control of the ball and settle things down for FC Dallas once more. FC Dallas coming the other way. Caitlin Demore. That's a good tackle in the middle there. And Ajakai scrapping for it and winning it. Miller to Muniz, who tried the dummy but lost control of it and actually does well to win it back and win the foul off Romero. But taken too quickly. And Sola with a chance if it was played right into the path of Herrig, but didn't quite get there. Sola still putting pressure on here. Tatum Herrig from that right-hand side has been getting into some good positions here in the first half of the second half. But on the counter, here comes Layla Iglesias. Matched up with Brundage. Iglesias tries to go around the outside. Has to check back into the inside route, and Ajakai able to get there ahead of Miller. She plays a crossfield pass for the aforementioned Herrig, who turns inside. Lovely play by Tatum Herrig, and she's looking for Ajakai again, but just a little bit too much. First. Here's the goal scorer, Balios. Puts that one forward. Tatum Herrig circling once more. Iglesias. And Ward looking for Demore. Great tackle by Abigail Buendia, who has been everywhere. Ajakai can't get there before Miller. And FC Dallas continue to build out. Demore just a little bit too much on that one. Looking for Brynlee Ward, but some really nice football being played by both of these two teams here in the second half.
Yeah, it's really been opening up, and for Solar, just a couple of passes just out of reach could perhaps generate a couple more chances, but the FC Dallas backline will take advantage of a few of those errant passes from Solar. Again, it's just been entertaining to watch the physicality and the battles, especially at midfield. It's been really interesting seeing that continue. Of course, FC Dallas happy to try and take some more time off. 57 minutes gone by, but Solar really dictating pace like we saw the first 10 minutes or so of that first half. Starting to dictate play again in this second half, of course, with that first goal that FC Dallas has surrendered in this tournament.
Rideau gets us back underway after that foul. Iglesias and Miller exchanging passes. Buendia goes over there and picks that one off. Herrig with a jink and a jive and finds Guy in the midfield. Oh, looking for the diagonal through ball. That one's taken away off the toes there. Ward again. Iglesias making a run in behind, cut out by Brundage. But Rideau has been a rock at the back all day long. Demore, can she try and feed it in behind here? That's a great pass looking for Kaipus. And Kaipus is unlucky there. That's actually ricocheted back off her and behind for a goal kick. Give credit to the defending there from Sola, but it was unlucky as Marley Kaipus tried to create another opportunity for FC Dallas.
That's the first real rush that FC Dallas has had in this second half.
Buendia sends that one long. Rideau wins that. Iglesias inside. Lovely play. Brinley Ward, though, just a little bit too much on her. I think that was Gonzalez looking to return the ball to her, and just a little bit too much on it for Ward, who gave FC Dallas such a great start to this second half with the early goal. But been pegged back just a little bit by Abigail Bailos early, well, with just about 10 minutes played in the second half. We have now played a full 60, 20 minutes to play here, and Ward has Kaipus in behind. Try to play the reverse pass perhaps for Damore, and a little bit too much on it. Iglesias. Balios wins it, and Ajikai plays it back for Brundage. Does well to keep it in, but Iglesias actually picks it off her feet. Gibson throws one forward. Miller under pressure from Ajikai, and now Sola can potentially attack. Sockwell is tracking Romero. Romero looking for Harig, but just a little bit too much on that one, and it flies behind for another goal kick for Lola Iris Tar. But Sola continuing to try and make chances when they get the turnover in that midfield.
Yeah, again, they've been winning a lot of those battles there at midfield, a lot of physicality, and that's another example where they start to get strength in numbers going back the other side, and pass just out of reach. And easy goal kick there for Ta, who is starting to be challenged in this second half and has lived up to the task.
Oh, that's brilliant play from Iglesias. Sat down and still able to complete a pass to Ward. Ward finds Gonzalez, has Kaipus out to the far side. Back to Ward. Oh, it's actually blocked by Gonzalez. Damore scrapping with Martinez. And Martinez does well to take it away from Kaipus as well. Here's Harig. Harig into the middle, but can only find Muniz. Kaipus looking again for Damore. Gonzalez steps in. Actually ricochets off her again. Kaipus battling with Crabtree. Kaipus coming away with the ball. Can Ward get there first? Indeed she can. Caitlin Damore with a chance to spin. What a turn that is. Damore! Nope. And at the second attempt, Wright is able to grab it, but wonderful hold-up forward play there by Caitlin Damore. You see why she is so dangerous. The spin and the left-footed shot that Wright has to deny.
That's her first chance in the second half, and she wasted no time.
Iglesias, though, in behind for Ward. Wright's come out. Will Ward get there? Referee Jake Joyce says she's played the ball. I was concerned that maybe there might be a penalty there. Ward hit the deck, but give credit to Gracie Wright for being quick off her line and just about being able to win that one cleanly ahead of the dangerous Brinley Ward. Hacked clear by Buendia. Balios is underneath it. Herrig with her. Here is Herrig. Muniz takes it away. Morrow streaking down that far side. Runs into Crabtree, but still able to get a ball into the box. Gibson turns it away. That's driven up in the direction of Romero by Balios. Muniz under pressure from Herrig. Does well to hold her off. Herrig nicks it. Here is Romero. Chance to run at Rideau. Romero going past Rideau, trying to get onto a shooting opportunity on her left foot, but again, as we saw at the other end, blocked by her own teammate. Ajikai, unfortunately, in the way. Herrig tries to take on Morrow and unable to do that, but Nick, great play there from Romero as she turned and ran straight towards the box, trying to find Solar a second goal in this game.
That's something we haven't really seen from Solar throughout this match, is having the speed advantage, but Romero that time able to showcase the speed, get the shot off, but unfortunately a little bit of friendly fire and not able to get it past her own teammate. But yeah, like to see that speed from Romero, able to get to the middle of the field, and that's something that Solar hasn't gotten a whole lot of chances from. That aside from that one goal, not a whole lot of looks from right in the middle of the field.
15 minutes to play here between FC Dallas ECNL and Solar ECNL Angeloni. Gibson, a judge for a foul there, looked Pretty disgusted with that decision from the facial expression I saw from her there. Sola still scrapping here, trying to find a way back into this championship game, the final of the girls under 15 tournament at the 45th anniversary of the Dallas Cup, presented by Coca-Cola. Gibson and Demore, who have honestly had a wonderful battle all day. Scrapping again. Quick restart for Iglesias, who takes a wonderful touch. Layla Iglesias, she's definitely tripped up, but she carries on. Dupuy looking back for Iglesias. Marley Kuipers with the assist, but Layla Iglesias tucks it home, and that might just do it for FC Dallas. It's 4-1 with 15 minutes to play. What a goal. Layla Iglesias.
And how about the effort from Iglesias as she was being held up a bit, tripped up, able to get the pass off and getting it right back, and had an easy layup of a goal. Thought she had the third goal of the match back in that first half, was called off for offside, and this time able to cash in his perfect pass and composure, the goaltender bearing down on her, just able to slip it through for the goal, and that might be all she wrote. 4-1 now. FC Dallas closing in another championship.
Solar have given themselves a great account of themselves today, but FC Dallas have been clinical. Every time they've had a chance to get a good shot on target, they've managed to do it. And Layla Iglesias adds the fourth, which will surely be a decisive advantage here. And we're going to see a substitution for FC Dallas, and it's Caitlin Demore who is going to be replaced. What a performance she's had today. And Taylor Wood is going to come on wearing number 44, pushes Iglesias to the middle, and Wood will play on this right-hand side. But Caitlin Demore can take her break, knowing that she has been instrumental in surely now sealing a championship for this FC Dallas under-15s team.
You know, and it's funny how it works out sometimes, because this has been a second half controlled by Solar. Not a whole lot of high scoring chances, but FC Dallas, they have not wasted their opportunities. 2 goals in this second half, and they haven't had to have a whole lot of time on attack to be able to cash in. But it's been a complete team effort. FC Dallas, like we've seen throughout the entire tournament, yielding first 2 goals of the tournament in the championship game, but responding with 4 of their own. It's been scoring from everyone and help from everyone.
That one's in behind, trying to give Wood something to chase, but it's going to be way too much. And Sola just been unable to stem the tide here. FC Dallas leading by 3 again, 4-1, and they've been deadly when they've had their chances. Balios looking for Ajakai, couldn't find her, and Sockwell, who to her credit has been fantastic at the back tonight. Ward turns away in the midfield under pressure from Guy, who hasn't stopped running. Sockwell and Rideau so solid at the back, took a bit of a ricochet to fall at the feet of Abigail Balios to get Solar's goal. That's a great turn again by Iglesias. Gibson starting to look a little bit tired, understandably. Iglesias starting to have some fun. Tar again sweeping up nicely out of her area. That one's into Gonzalez. And Muniz will hustle to get there. So calm in possession, this FC Dallas team. A real treat to watch. Gonzalez, though, unable to get to that one, as Gibson, who's been fantastic at the back for Solar, steps in. Here's Harig into Romero. Immediately crowded out by Rideau and Sockwell together. Balios tackled well by Muniz, and Taylor Wood lays it off. Ward inside. Tries to play a 1-2, but instead it goes to Iglesias. She knows Taylor Wood will take off, and Wood will get there before Buendia. Taylor Wood trying to take it into the penalty area. That's great defending by Abigail Buendia, who again can hold her head high for Solar. She's been fantastic today. Romero pressuring Sockwell. But Kinley Sockwell does well just to hold it up. Is that out of play? No one signaled it. Both ladies stepped aside as if it had gone out of play, but nothing doing. Tatum Harig gets there first. And we'll see another substitution for FC Dallas. And Zoe Puente is going to replace Brinley Ward, who again added a goal to the score sheet, and Nick was fantastic throughout today in that midfield role.
Yeah, that was that midfield role. Yeah, that was the reason why FC Dallas so successful, winning a lot of those battles midfield, a lot of physicality. Ward right in the middle of a lot of it, resulting in a couple of those quick outlet passes where FC Dallas able to showcase their speed and get some chances. And on the Solar goal keep,
Buendia comes across to track that one down under pressure from Iglesias, and Taylor Wood will keep pressuring on Brundage. Does well to hold her up and turn away. Here's Ajakai. Miller with a strong foul, and again, Miller needs to be careful on that yellow card. And I think Jake Joyce is going to actually just have a word with her here and say, look, we have just under 9 minutes to play. Let's make sure that this game finishes 11 v 11. Certainly, both teams deserve the chance to finish this at the full complement of players. But it's a dangerous free kick for Sola now. Buendia can look to hit this. You probably want to try and drift it towards the back post, and that's exactly what she does. It's in towards Romero. Sockwell got there first, though. Martinez stepping forward, and Gray Rideau says, just have that, and I'm stunned that the referee blew that. Could have played an advantage with Kuipers potentially running in on goal, but it'll be brought back inside FC Dallas' own half. And with 8 minutes to play, it remains 4-1, and Gray Rideau will take this free kick. Guy trying to find a pass in behind, but it's hacked away. Romero up against Sockwell, tries to flick it through. Ajakai running onto it, but Tar once more quick off her line and able to make sure that there's no further damage to that FC Dallas score sheet. Again, sound like a broken record, but it's an impressive stat. 15 goals scored in the group stages, and now 4 goals in their 2 knockout games. A total of 23 scored and just the 1 conceded in 5 games, excuse me. That's a pretty remarkable record for this FC Dallas ECNL team. And they are just 6.5 minutes away from confirming themselves as Dallas Cup champions and lifting a trophy here today.
When you touched on it just a few minutes ago, just talking about the composure, especially that back line when they have the ball and the attackers bearing down on them. They've looked so not rattled at all when they have some pressure bearing down on them. And of course, with Ta very vocal back there, like you said, quick off of her line, getting a good read on the ball, cutting down some of those angles. And yeah, it's been a lot of precision from this FC Dallas team. And like you were talking about earlier, the composure and the confidence of this FC Dallas team whenever they have possession, not resulting or not forcing any quality looks for Solar off of any turnovers or anything. It's been really solid by FC Dallas, just a few moments away from another boot and ball championship.
Throw in on this near side will be taken by Brundage, who, give her credit, was super dangerous in the first half, basically playing in an attacking right wing position, and for the good of her team, switching to left back in this second half and giving a good account of herself as well. Kalani Brundage certainly deserves a note of her quality on the field today. Here's Kuipers, who set up that 4th goal, and Morrow But Morrow can't find Iglesias this time. One of the few passes from Brielle Morrow that's gone astray today.
Yeah,
Throw in on the far side.
Morrow really solid there in that first half, especially early on when Solar was trying to get a couple of those quick passes up in transition. Morrow able to come back with solid positioning, cut down a few of those crossing attempts. Back when it was still a 1-0 game, and she was able to cut down a few of those looks for Solar. Like you said, that's the first errant pass from her. She's been so solid, as is the entire backline been for FC Dallas.
Buendia tries to strike one into the box, but it ricochets out to the far side. Lovely back heel from Buendia. Harig in towards Romero. Chance for Balios again, blocked away. Romero turns it goalwards, and Rideau is able to settle it down, but she gives it away straight to Herrig. And perhaps, for one of the few times today, FC Dallas a little bit fortunate to escape that. Iglesias to the far side. That's a through ball looking for Gonzalez, but she was never going to get there. Running in between the two Solar defenders. Tar sends it forward. That one's turned away by Buendia. Puente trying to get in behind, but the flag is up. Puente takes a hit for her troubles from goalkeeper Gracie Wright. But it'll be a free kick, in fact, for Solar. With 2.5 minutes to play here, Nick, I think it's a fair time to ask just for your overall thoughts on the game today, and if any individual particularly stood out as a level above in their individual performance.
Well, again, just going to the start, the Solar with a very quick start of this match. A couple of looks early on, but FC Dallas, again, showing that they can attack and score in different ways. Couple in transition, showcasing their speed, and then they also had a few where a lot of sustained pressure. A couple of good looks for Solar. They dictated possession in the second half, but only a couple of good looks, including that one goal. But talk about a couple of the standouts. Of course, you have Caitlin Demore, who had a couple of goals for FC Dallas. Their goalkeeper, Lola Iris Ta, just really impressed by her composure and coming out, cutting down angles. And then on the other side, of course, you're talking about both. You have Abigail Buendia factoring in on the goal, but she's been all over the place this morning, rather, for Solar. And then you also had Abigail Balios with the goal. A couple of good players there on Solar with a couple of really good looks. Angelica Romero, especially in this second half, showcasing a lot of speed, creating some of those opportunities for Solar in this second half.
Couldn't agree more, Nick, as that shot comes in and actually just flies just wide. Wright was scrambling a little bit as Puente looked to score from long distance following the break from Iglesias and Wood. Inside the final minute of action here, I wouldn't expect too much additional time from center referee Jake Joyce. And FC Dallas under 15 ECNL are going to pick up the first trophy of championship weekend here at the 45th anniversary of the Dallas Cup, presented by Coca-Cola.
Iglesias, another one of those standout players for FC Dallas. Of course, could probably name the whole roster for FC Dallas, how kind of surgical they've been this morning, but Iglesias factoring in on the latest goal. Almost had another one earlier in the game, but she's been so solid in that attacking position.
Into the middle as we look to wrap this one up. 1 minute was added on, and we have played the full 80. Iglesias looking to try and flick that one forward for Muniz, but Rideau has been superb at the back there and takes care of that one again. Taylor Wood on this near side, trying to get past Gibson, and she does. Wood, chance for another one. What a tackle that is. All the credit in the world to Martinez for getting there and stopping Puente from having a clean shot on goal. But that's going to do it. And FC Dallas under 15s ECNL pick up the victory by 4-1. And they defeat Solar today in a great final. We're going to take a couple of minutes break and be back with you to wrap this up very shortly. You're watching the Dallas Cup on YouTube.
At CC's Pizza, dreams come true. But the best part of CC's is you. And you. And you.
Me?
Keep up, Doc. Dive right into my wondrous buffet. When it comes to pizza, you know that I slay. These desserts were made for stacking, like these games were made for whacking. Uh-oh, see ya. The reviews are in, the critics are raving, even the super-specific pregnancy craving. So come beat the band and pull up a chair. CC's the best pizza value anywhere.
How can you describe Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich? The chicken just has a certain... And then there's the sauce that just gives you a little bit of... And the cheese, it's the exact right amount of... It's almost too hard to put it into... Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger. Just like you like it. She said she wasn't hungry. She only wanted a bite. But this isn't just a patty melt. This is a Whataburger patty melt. The all-time favorite. With 2 all-beef patties, Monterey Jack, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. So 1 bite became 2. And 2 became... mine. Just a bite, huh? Mark that one down as a lesson learned. The Whataburger patty melt. Just like you like it.
Tacos. Can Billy come out to play? Yes! Woohoo!
The all-new Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
How can you describe...
Welcome back, everybody. We have just completed the final of the girls under 15 championship game between FC Dallas and Solar. And you see our officials Jake Joyce, Andrew Dosh, Rory Neuner, and Jaden Rowe being presented with their medals for being a part of this today. And we'll see right now on that scoreboard in front of you the 5 goals scored today, 2 from Caitlin Demore. Brinley Ward made it 3-0 right after half-time. Abigail Balios brought one back before Layla Iglesias wrapped it up. And Nick, a ton of credit to this Solar Angeloni team as they received their runners-up medals here right now. Great performance from them today, and credit to them for getting through this tournament as well with an impressive record. Three wins and a draw in the first 4 games before coming up against this FC Dallas team today.
Yeah, they gave FC Dallas everything they could handle. It's the first team in this tournament to get a goal across. Really big shout out to them because, yeah, they had a fantastic tournament as well. But for FC Dallas, their second time in 3 seasons that this ECNL team has claimed the championship here at the Dallas Cup. Just too much for Solar to handle this morning.
And so we're going to wrap it up here and take a step aside. FC Dallas, your champions at the girls under 15 level. We'll be back shortly with the under 16s final from Callum Squires and Nick Laupius. We'll celebrate FC Dallas today as they win the final 4-1.